Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over an investment opportunity that could potentially make you a ridiculous amount of gold once the May update is released for Lost Ark. Now the basis of this is incredibly simple. It's to get your main character up to 14-15 item level, but I want to go over why it can potentially be incredibly lucrative to have your character at this item level when the May update is released, and I also want to go over why I think it's a worthwhile investment to use a lot of your resources such as gold or crystals to get to 1450 if you're someone that wouldn't be able to get there without spending those resources. Now the biggest change coming with this May update and the way you're going to be able to make a ton of gold is the introduction of tier 3 relic items. So relic armor pieces, relic accessories, and relic ability stones. And this is the rarity above legendary, so these are colored red. And some of these items you will keep for a very long time. For example, on the other regions of the game, like the Korean servers, if you got a best in slot relic accessory, you could potentially knock in an upgrade for that slot for around a year. So that'll make those items incredibly expensive, and that is what you are going to try to go for when this update hits. So first off, we are getting the Southvern Chaos dungeons. Now at 14-15, the Southvern Chaos dungeon won't give you relic accessory pieces, but it will start to drop relic armor pieces, the same pieces you're getting in other tier 3 dungeons that are armor pieces just used for their tripod upgrades, and the relic versions of these armor pieces can give you tripod upgrades up to +4. On legendaries, you can only get up to +3. Now these aren't going to make you as much gold as say a best in slot relic accessory piece, but you can make quite a bit of gold getting well-rolled tripod upgrades off of these relic armor pieces. And also the 14-15 Chaos Dungeon can also start to drop relic ability stones. Now my last video was going over how to more effectively sell ability stones, and with relic ones, the prices will even be much higher than that. So those are two ways you can make some decent gold, especially at the start of the update if you're at 14-15. Now for Chaos Dungeons, you can't actually get the relic accessory pieces until you hit 1445 and get to the level 2 Southvern Chaos Dungeon. So we're not going to really worry about that because that's a long way off 14-15, and probably only like 0.1% or less of the player base would be able to be 14-45. And then next up, we're getting our next Guardian raid, which is Deskaluda. And this one is also very important because this one requires 14-15, but Deskaluda can drop relic accessory pieces and relic ability stones. Now it's not a guarantee you'll get a relic accessory piece from killing the boss because it still has a higher chance to drop legendary accessory pieces, but this is daily content, so you'll have a decent chance every day of probably at least getting one or a couple relic accessory pieces. And the reason relic accessory pieces are so much of an upgrade and are going to be so expensive is because they can roll better than legendary accessories. So for legendary accessories in tier 3, the max you can roll is +3/+3 into different engravings. But once you get to accessory pieces, you can roll either +3/+4 or +3/+5. And getting +3/+5 with a good stat and good engraving rolls, so a best in slot roll, will probably be able to make you 100,000 gold from that singular piece for probably the first couple weeks of the update. That is legitimately what some of these items are going to be worth. Then you can also get relic ability stones, which again can make you some additional gold as well. And then we also have our first Legion raid, Vaultin, coming out. Now for the normal mode of Vaultin, you have to be 14-15, but this will allow you to do both parts of the fight. Unlike Argos, that you need a higher item level for every phase of the fight, for Vaultin, it's just 14-15 and you can do both phases. And completing one of those phases will give you a bunch of loot like normal, and for Vaultin, it's a guaranteed chance to get relic accessories from doing either of those phases. So being at that item level and completing one of those phases is going to give you a good chance to make a lot of gold because you're getting those guaranteed relic accessories. Now it's not guaranteed you're going to get a good roll on them. You can sell for a lot of gold, but it's going to give you a lot of chances. And even just decently rolled relic pieces are probably going to sell for a lot of gold the first couple weeks of the patch. And these are the primary ways you're going to go about potentially making a ridiculous amount of gold when this update comes out. And like I mentioned, it's pretty obvious that people would want to get to 14-15, but if you're somebody that thinks you're not going to be able to get to 14-15 just from doing all your normal activities, I would 100% recommend you start using your resources. You start using your gold to buy resources, you start using your crystals to buy resources from Mari's shop to try to get yourself to 14-15, because I think it is absolutely going to be a worthwhile investment to get to 14-15 and start attempting to get well-rolled relic items to then sell them for ridiculous amounts of gold on the market. And realistically, a lot of the player base is not going to be 14-15 by the time the May update is released. That is why I'm recommending you spend the resources to make sure you're there when it's released, because all the whales are going to be trying to get their perfect rolled sets in the first couple weeks of this update. So you being at 14-15 and being generally ahead of the pack is going to make you just a ridiculous amount of gold. We also saw this with people who got to 1370 when the game came out very quickly, and people who were doing Argus in the hard mode dungeons way before anybody else. They were able to sell legendary accessory pieces and ability stones for ridiculous amounts of gold, like 30,000 gold for legendary rings, and going to be even a bigger gold making potential because getting a best in slot relic item isn't going to be replaced anytime soon. So it's pretty much all I want to go over in this video. So invest in your main character, get them to 14-15 if possible, even if you have to use a lot of your resources, so you're set and ready to go to make a ton of gold when this patch is released. So subscribe if you want to see more Lost Ark or other MMO videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about the gold making potential, and thanks for watching.